So this is Darcy. This is her second school day with me, and today I've got a little helper, and this is really to work with her reactive behaviour towards other dogs. She's very aggressive, reactive, but she's nervous. It's a panic state that she's in with it. So we've been walking for about 10 minutes, something like that now, and she is starting to calm down. Now, as you can see, she's just pricked her ears up because we've got a jogger in front. Now, as I say, any kind of faster movement will trigger a dog. Speed to a dog means there's something to be concerned about. It's predator or prey related. So the adrenaline will kick in and they will react to it. So we need to recondition her mind that she doesn't need to react to something that's moving quickly. And if you saw her then, she just had a quick look up at me, licked her lips. So that shows that she's thinking, she's weighing it up, she's thinking and she's taking my leadership. That's as subtle as it is, that's what you need. So what we've done today, we don't let these two sniff, we've just promptly started walking. And she was really desperate to get to him, very, very strong on the lead. And we just kept walking. I've not addressed either of them or spoke to them. We just keep walking like this, and she is starting to settle now. So we're getting that little relaxed bit on the lead. Always with this lead, always think, pull up the lead and drop it immediately. You've got to have that release part for the head, for the brain to understand what's actually happening. If you have a constant tight hold on that lead, what you'll actually do is turn into sort of a constant pull fight mode. So the head's in that gear where she's just trying to get away from you. So you've got to have that pull bit. So as you can see, the lead has just come down a little bit, so I'm just going to readjust this to make sure it's right up under her jawbone, right where it needs to be, coming up behind her ears. Difficult one-handed. Okay, and then we start off again. And it's fine to do that. I always say just throw in random stops when you're walking, because for an animal to just stay still out in the open puts them in quite a vulnerable position. So they've got to build their trust in you and the trust in where they are and become less reactive to actually calm down when they stand still. So do throw in lots of random stops. Sit down on a bench, watch the world go by. It's all actually helping them build their trust in you and desensitize them to everything that's going on out and around. So just as a recap, Darcy's 12 months old, and from a puppy she's always been a little bit highly strung, and the owners did seek so-called professional advice, and they were told to keep her away from other dogs, which is the wrong advice. So as she's grown up, she's been kept away from other dogs, she's not learned how to socialise. Other dogs have actually then ended up being quite an interesting, anxious situation. So whenever she meets another dog, it's like, oh my god, what do I do? And as well as that, because of the advice that the owners were given, basically their body language has been wrong with how they've been addressing Darcy in the house. So basically Darcy has been completely in decision-making mode. She's had the responsibility of the whole family, their survival, on her shoulders, and the poor girl is not a confident character at all. So it's major stress for her, and it's got her into this very heightened state all the time. So it's going to take time, and we just gradually work through it. And the best thing we can do is keep introducing her to other dogs. Go as many different places as you possibly can. Don't stay walking around the same area, especially if it's within a small radius of where you live, because the dog will become territorial and you will get the worst behaviour in that area. You've got to get outside of there, get a different, better behaviour, work on that so you get the behaviour you actually want, and then you can bring the good behaviour back into your own territory. But at the moment what's happening is the owner is still trying to walk immediately around the house, the streets around the house, so Darcy's just completely territorial with it all and behaving and reacting exactly the same every time she sees another dog. So nothing's really going to change there until you get to a different environment and start to work on a better behaviour, but it won't be better in the immediate vicinity of the home. You've got to work on it elsewhere and then bring that better balanced mind back into the territory. So this is the walk with Darcy. Hopefully we're going to meet more dogs. on the walk. We've met a few already. She's a lot calmer now, walking with a little friend here. So when we've done this for possibly an hour or so, then she's going to be back introduced with Roscoe. So last week was great because we managed to get her relaxed enough for off-lead walking with Roscoe, which was brilliant. What I want to do is introduce her to another one of my dogs this afternoon and see if we can possibly get to 2 dogs with her off-lead walking. But that'll be the afternoon's work, and again I'll just see how she goes, see what her body language is, and if it's right we'll do it. If it's not, we'll just take her time. There is no time limit on this. You've got to go with where her head's at and what she can cope with. If we rush her and put too much pressure on her, it'll actually work against us and send her backwards, because she'll get more reactive and more stressed. So we've got to do it at such a pace that she can take it in, she can learn from it, and relax. The whole thing is getting her to relax, calm that state down. So there we go, catch up with you later.